Okay everyone, welcome back to the channel for another video. We're back on GT Sport and we're back with the new week of daily racing. So if you do enjoy these videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button and let me know in the comment section which race you will be doing. And I'm guessing not many of you will be doing daily race A, because this race is a little bit of a nightmare. I'm going to be brutally honest. The car, the track, Lego Major, reverse layout of this one, it's very awkward, and this car doesn't really like to turn very well. It's not got much grip. It's a difficult car to drive. It's a recipe for disaster. So starting from the back of the grid, I am awful at this track, by the way. I can never get this first sector right, but we decide to take it nice and easy and just let everyone drive clean off the track in front of us. You can see all of them pushing wide. Basically, people have no respect in this race. They just drive each other off the track, and yeah, we managed to get ourselves straight up to P5. So if I'm honest, pretty happy start to the race, because I didn't expect to do it. I thought I'd be struggling to do any overtakes here because I absolutely hate the track. But P4 goes a little bit wide there, gives space to P3, and that's fair play. He gives a bit of space. He also lets me through there by opening the door up a bit. So nice driving by the driver that's right behind us there. So coming through here, this section, very, very tricky in the TVR. It literally wants to slide everywhere. Now, we've got an Italian driver right behind us, and keep an eye on him because this guy has very little respect for others in the race. You can see he nudges that orange TVR quite out the way there. Now we've got the slipstream to P3 down this straight, and we're going to see if we can hold on and maybe go for a move in the braking zone. But you've got to be very careful here because, like I say, even this corner that's normally flat out, you can't do it flat. You have to just give it a little lift, let the car coast through it, hold the apex, and again a little bit of acceleration to get the rotation in. And then as we come to the braking zone, we have the opportunity to go for a move. However, the Italian behind us, if you look in the mirror there, just completely rammed into us, then rammed into us again. Now we were backing out of that overtake, but P3 in front of us there clearly had other ideas. Now I was so tempted to wipe this guy straight into the wall here because of what he just did and not waiting for us, but you know what, I didn't want to lower myself to that level, so we just stayed behind him. Maybe karma will get him and he'll get that position lost. So again, working through the sector, fast forwarding this action as we're just in the train of cars. We're still in P4, so not all lost. However, he does pick up a penalty in front of us, which was quite nice to see. And then as we come to the top of the hill, he's going to take that penalty. Now, as we come to the top of the hill, it's a bit of an awkward position with that penalty zone, because by the time he actually on-goes, you can see there, I'm on the outside of this corner. I can't turn in. I've got no grip in this car, and we actually go onto the grass. Now, luckily, we managed to make our way through there without hitting the barrier and keeping it vaguely on the track at the end. So, yeah, we go nice and slow through here, though, just because of the dirty tyres. And then into the braking zone, just making sure that we hit that braking point and, yeah, through the chicane. Now, we're going to skip a little bit ahead. We managed to pull away from that Italian driver. We've got the gap up to half a second. And then as we're approaching P2 through here, again, keeping it nice and smooth and making sure we don't make any, like, you don't want to be too aggressive. You want to be nice and gentle with this car because it will punish you. And onto the brakes, you can see that the Italian driver having a look up the inside there again. And I got really nervous, braked really late, and then just got back onto the throttle. And then this guy behind us, straight into the back of us and just rams us off the track again. People are not going to be driving very well at this combination. I will not be touching this race at all for the rest of the week. As another driver there into the wall there. We again show a little bit of distaste in the driver in front of us for the movement there, but this is what you're going to get at Daily Race A this week. It's a pretty difficult track for this car. People's driving standards are so low that it's not worth it in my view. I would personally stay away from this race. Don't even go near it. But again, we managed to catch back up to P2. We've got his slipstream and we're going to look to go for a move. Now, he was all over the place. Left, right, left, right. You can see again, he's going to go defensive there, which is fair play. We go up the inside, he goes to cover that again. So we're going to try and go around the outside here. We brake it a bit and he actually brakes right in front of us there, but we managed to get up on the inside. Side by side, he pushes us off the track here, which, fair play, he probably couldn't even turn the car, but we've now got the inside. Now, I knew what he was going to do here, so I held it to the apex. He just rammed straight up behind us, and then into the braking zone here for the final corner, straight into the rear again. Look at that in the mirror. Just takes us out, pushes us out the way, and we're sliding through the corner. And yeah, and like I say, this is what you're going to get at this week's Daily Race A. I was on the verge of getting rather annoyed, but yeah, it's not worth it. My advice, don't do this race. Just stay away from it. It's going to be chaos. Maybe by the end of the week, if you do a bit of time trialing, and then by the end of the week, go back to it. The driving standards might have improved, possibly, but in general, I won't be doing that. Next race, we have Daily Race B at Reverse Dragon Trail Seaside. Now, this is a combination that's not very often used. We always have Dragon Trail, but the reverse layout, it's not often used, to be honest. So we're in Group 4, and unfortunately, this is an FF Fest. So yeah, unfortunately, it just seems to be dominated by the Audi TTs, the Scirocco's, the RCZ. Now, I decided to use the McLaren 650 because I wanted to be a bit different. Just jumped on, set a lap time in the 650. It will get into the third. It probably will do quite competitive lap time round here, the 650. But this track, for some reason, takes me a long time to find the rhythm. I take ages to try and find any pace. But yeah, through the chicane of death, another driver gets stuck out there. We go up the inside here. There's a bit of a gap there. We make sure we get through there. And now the driver behind us, keep your eye on the mirror. So he obviously misses his braking here. He goes straight into the side of our car after making the mistake on the chicane of death. However, he does seem to back out there and brake and let us carry on. So I think he made the mistake on the braking point. So fair play to him. It looks like he backs out and let us carry on there. So managed to catch up to P11 in the Audi TT. Now the Audi TT is so quick on acceleration. It's a very, very difficult car to pass. You can see as we work our way up the hill, we've got a better exit. We're going to look to go down the right-hand side, get back in that slipstream, and again, we're going to try and go around the outside here. And this is the advantage the McLaren has. Once you get to top-end speed, it is a little bit better than the Audi TT once you get to that full top end. Now, into the braking zone, the Audi TT manages to hold that inside line. We give him space on the left-hand side, and we're going to try and hold it round the outside here now. So, trying to get that run on the outside. We've got better exit speed. And now the problem we've got is the RCZ is going to try and go up our inside here. However, like I say, the McLaren can out-drag the Audi TT. But now this Audi TT just wants to push me into the barrier. For some reason there, he mustn't know I was there because he kept turning all the way to the right while we were on the right-hand side. And we have every right to stay on that right to compromise his entry into the chicane of death. But yeah, unfortunately, he just drove as if we weren't there. Now, fast forward the action again into this section. This is where the Audi TT is very, very weak. With the 650, you can try and go for an overtake here. You can see we get a really good run. We've got the inside line, and we give him space, but he just turns right in on us. Now, that wasn't too bad. He actually gave us enough space there, I think, to go through the corner, and he holds his line. But I think he does it again, and he does it a little bit more aggressively further on in the race. So we're going to skip ahead to lap 3. And we've got a different Audi TT in front of us now, as the other ones overtook him there. And we're going to see if we can get past him. So we're going to get the slipstream from P10. Now, I don't think this Audi in front of us knew that we were getting the slipstream there, because I don't think he was aware of it. So we've got the inside line now into the chicane of death, and we're not going to back out of this. Once you've got the inside there, we hold that there and through the chicane, and yeah, we're up into P11. So we're going to try and catch back up to P10 and see if we can get in that slipstream. So again, through this very tricky braking zone. This braking zone, it really does take a lot of time to really start pushing the limits through there. And yeah, whether I'm going to do, I probably won't be doing much racing here at all, because Daily Race C is more my kind of thing. I'm really looking forward to Daily Race C. But yeah, into the slipstream P10 again, and we're going to see if we can go for that move. So we get the run through the corner, and you can see that again, it just exactly the same. He just cuts right across us. Now, he nearly compromises himself that time, but we made sure we gave him the space. But that move, it can definitely work if you get a driver that's willing to give each other space on that corner, as you're going to see on lap 4. If you got someone else who's going to give the space, it will work. But this driver in front was quite aggressive, and rightfully, he had every right to defend it, I think. But working our way up there, we're going to see if we can go around the outside again of the Audi TT. And at the moment, our lap times are absolutely awful, because we just can't get a rhythm going. And this is a problem, because the FF cars are so strong on the straights, they're very hard to actually get an overtake done on. But yeah, you see this is all building up in front of us now, grouping up, and we're going to get the slipstream to the Scirocco. And as we've got that slipstream to the Scirocco, we've got the Audi. It's going to go back over to that, and we go back to the right, he's going to go back to the right, and then we're going to go back to the left and see if we can get the slipstream. And then as we come through here, we're a bit unsighted, and the chicane of death, into the wall there. And yeah, very tricky actually this way. I thought it'd be easier than this, but I actually think it's a lot harder in reverse than it is the normal way. A lot harder to do it maximum attack. Now, we let P11 through there because we hit the barrier, so I didn't want to cut his line off and let him take that position. But now we've got the slipstream to the Audi TT, and we maybe can go for that move that we've been trying to do on the Spanish driver and see if it will work on P11. So let's take a look. We're a little bit closer this time, so let's see if we can get a run through this corner. Again, you can see the Audi TT not as quick through there, or they're taking that deliberate lift-off line. And this time he gives us a space, and actually we both get through there without any contact, and we make that position back up to P11. Now, a little bit of chaos going on in front of us. I'm not sure if there's any dirty driving going on there, but it looked a little bit weird. And as we come through here, the Scirocco goes all out of shape there. That's going to give the line to the Audi TT. Now he goes for the move up the inside, and the Scirocco just drives clean off the track onto the grass, and we're going to get ourselves up into P10. So again, onto the final corner. Can we get a run from this corner? Trying to take it nice and slow on entry so we can get a really good exit. And we actually do a reasonably well exit there. Early upshift into 4th gear in the Mclaren. And yeah, just shifting our way up through the gears and up to the finish line. But we're not going to be able to get past him because he's got the slipstream. And we're going to have to settle for a P10 in this daily race B. But again, I'm probably not going to do many races here. Some people will enjoy it, but it's an FF fest. There's too many FF cards. They're dominant. It's not for me. It's not really enjoyable in my view. So yeah, next race we have daily race C. And unfortunately, this was the first race I did today. And I totally forgot that we had an SR reset on Le Mans. So yeah, our SR had been damaged from Le Mans with the chaos racing from the back of the grid. And we're starting from the back in a drop split lobby. So we're starting on the hard tyres. You do need to use both medium and hard tyres. And this is going to be very, very entertaining. So obviously we have warmed up for this the previous day. Yesterday we warmed up for this combo. So we should be reasonably fast around there. So first up straight away, round the outside of, I don't know why someone's in the 2008 NSXX. That car will not be very good here. Again, a little bit out of shape in front of us. And you can see, you can tell it's a drop split because we've got B-rated drivers, C-rated drivers, A-rated drivers, A+ rated drivers. It's one of the most random lobbies you'll ever see. But yeah, up ahead, more chaos going on. Luckily, his car ghosts and stays ghost, and we managed to get through there up into P11. So not a bad start on the hard tyres. We're just going to see if we can take advantage of people making mistakes. We look behind us, and that car just completely forgets to turn straight on into the gravel, and chaos going on behind us. Now we're going to go around the right hand side here and try and go around the outside of P10. Can we make that work? So giving him space on the inside, and then just trying to open our line up to get a really good exit, and it actually works quite well. Really good exit speed and up into P10 there. So yeah, we're now approaching P9. Can we go past any of these cars? We've got the Lexus in front of us there. He goes a little bit wide, gets onto the curb, and that's going to lose him a lot of speed there as we work our way up into P9. So can we now go and see if we can get ourselves up into P8? So into the braking zone, we go for a bit of a lunge. He gives us space, he sees it coming. We take the inside line and up into P8. So a nice move there. And now we've got to chase ahead to see if we can catch the cars in front of us. So skipping ahead, it didn't take us too long to catch up, not even half a lap. And we're right behind P7 here and working our way through under the tunnel there and up into the tight hairpin. Now this is where we're going to see if we can go for a move, possibly break a bit late, but no, we're a little bit too far behind. You can see quite a bit of chaos going up. They're battling really aggressively in front of us. All three of them there side by side, and not sure what is really going on. There's a bit of contact. I think some of these are on the controller because they're a little bit sketchy when it comes to the steering inputs, and we managed to take one position there up into P7. So one position out of the way, and now we've got to see if we can get through. Now we saw a bit of a gap up the inside, and I decided to back out of that because it was pretty obvious he was going to close that door. So backed right out of it. Luckily we still got the slipstream down, so we've got a car up ahead with a penalty as well. And now we're just going to see if we can get the slipstream and go for some more overtakes. So again, let's see what we can do into the braking zone for the chicane at the end of the lap. So we take a really normal line through there. The other car in front of us brakes. I'm not sure why he brakes because you don't really need to brake for that corner. In front of us, P5. Don't know what happened. They looked like he completely misjudges the corner, then cuts right across the track, and it almost looked like he was aiming for P4 when he kind of like turned into the corner when he misjudged his braking. But yeah, up into P5. We're going to skip ahead now as we managed to catch up to P3 in this race, and I think one driver had gone in the pits there from the front also. So yeah, up into P4s at this point, and we're going to go for the move to see if we can get into P3. And not really going to be able to do it there. However, he goes a little bit deep on the brakes, and we're just going to go dart ourselves off into the pits now and do 3 laps on the hard tyre and 7 laps on the medium tyres. Now, one thing I want to point out is someone goes in the pits off lap 3 from the medium tyres and puts the hard tyres on. Now, don't do that strategy, people. Your medium tyres, minimum amount of time you want to drive on them is 5 laps. Don't ever do 3 laps on the medium tyres. That is not the strategy. That is a proper Ferrari strategy. But yeah, we're up into P12 again now because obviously we've pitted and we're on the softer tyres. And we're going to try and see if we can get some overtakes done. Up the inside here now, and we should be able to get past people pretty easily now because a lot of these cars haven't pitted. They're on worn soft tyres. We're on completely fresh soft tyres. And like I say, this lobby is a random lobby because there is all kinds of different ranks in here. So we should be able to get our way past these drivers fairly quickly. So we're going to get the slipstream to P10 again and see if we can work our way past this driver. Now, can we go for a move on the inside? We get the slipstream and we're going to go for it up the inside, hold the tight line through there. He actually breaks, and yeah, nice move up into P10. So now, again, we're going to have to see if we can catch up to that other group in front of us. It looks like there's been some sort of contact there. One driver off into the barrier, and absolute chaos going on in front of us. So yeah, up into P7 now, and we're chasing after the 2 cars right in front of us here. And as we come through here, you can see braking very aggressively in front of us, and actually braking on the exit of a corner, which I didn't really expect, but that's what you're going to have to kind of expect in these drops with lobbies. So we back out of that because we didn't want to go past him after kind of nudging him, although to be honest, he did brake in an accelerating zone, which is a bit strange. But we managed to get past him there, up into P6. He goes a little bit wide, and now we've got to see if we can head off for P5 in this race. So we've obviously got them fresh tyres on. This is the first lap. We're losing a bit of time on this lap to the leader, but strategy wise, we should be able to fight for the win in this race, because although we were quite a way off, once we get some clean air, we should be able to put some good lap times in. So getting a tight exit off there just to try and give ourselves a run onto the Lexus and see if we can go up the inside here. Now, we got the slipstream, go to the inside, he defends that, so we're going to go to the left-hand side, and now we've got the run on the left-hand side, which is going to give us the inside into Spoon Corner, and yeah, we make that position quite comfortably. And now we've just got to see if we can head off after P4. P4 has a big moment there on the curb, nearly loses control of his car, and that's going to give us a run onto the back of his car now as we go through 130R. So through here, he goes a little bit wide there, and now we're going to have to go through I didn't know which way he was going to go. He eventually went to the left, so we go up the inside, managed to slow it down and keep the car stable through there, and that was a nice little move up into P4. Now, 2 cars in the pits there. That's going to jump us another couple of positions up to P2, and we're going to skip ahead to lap 8. Now, we've managed to catch right up to P1. We managed to do a 48.9. It wasn't really a perfect lap. I do think we can get them lap times a long way down by the end of the week. Maybe 48.5s and stuff like that. 48.4s maybe. But yeah, through here, just trying to keep it nice and smooth. Try and let the car flow through this section. And we're really, really gaining on P1. You can see he's got them hard tyres on now. He's going to be going a lot slower than what he was in the first stint. And we've obviously got quite decent tyres still on our Nissan GTR. So yeah, closing up with the medium tyres. And you can see we're into that slipstream now, and as we come through into this right hand corner, he just completely bottle jobs it and straight off into the gravel and pretty much gifts us the lead there. So we didn't really have to work for that one. That was a nice gifted P1, and yeah, by the time we got to the end of the race, we built up quite a big lap. Now, one thing I did want to test was how did the tyres perform on lap 7, because lap 9 I didn't do a very good lap. So I wanted to do a quick test for you lot just to see, do the tyres still have the ability to get 1 minute 49s on lap 10? And as you can see here, I was really pushing on lap 10. They still have that ability to do 149s quite comfortably. So yeah, you can definitely get a 149 on lap 7, which tells me if you're starting on the hard tyres, the optimal for overall pace is probably 3 laps on hard, 7 on the medium tyre. Now, if you're starting on the soft tyres, I'd probably do 6-4 as a dividing way of doing the race. But yeah, enjoyable daily race C. The other two, not so. But yeah, my advice, don't go anywhere near daily race A. Daily race B, I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy, but daily race C is where I'm going to be doing most of my racing this week. So if you did enjoy this video, let me know in the comments which race you're doing. Let me know how your races have gone so far, and give the video a thumbs up. It's always much appreciated. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Bye everyone.